Welcome to Lorraine Salmon. It's great to have you on.
Thank you.
Yes.
Tony
It's,
Marmo.
it's great. You're the chief cook and bottle washer for the SUNY Ulster Foundation.
I am.
I'm not sure. You have a real title? Other than
Executive Director
Executive Director.
of the foundation at
Right.
SUNY Ulster.
And you've been there how long now?
5 years
I
in
can't
March.
believe it.
No one
It's-
can believe it. I
it's like
can't
a
believe
blink.
it.
It's a blink. Really. Scary, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's really scary. The
It's
time
amazing.
goes. Yeah, it'll be 6 years for me with Norman Staffing in May.
See, isn't that
I
amazing?
just like.
And I stayed late last night because I could see it. I could almost get my whole desk cleaned
Yeah.
off. And I thought, well, it'll take me a year
Right.
to get a grip of everything and get everything put away. 5 years. 4 years and 10 months later, I'm like, oh, I can see the top of my desk.
Yeah. So does that mean like if we blink again, it's going to be 2024?
It does mean that,
holy
and we better be
craps.
really careful about how many
I know.
times we blink.
Don't blink.
Blink.
Keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open. Well, it is the beginning of the new year, 2020, new decade. So, and I'm sure you have a lot going on. A lot. So just kind of give everyone a little update on how the foundation is doing, what's going on with it. Talk about school for a little bit if you want.
Sure,
And then we're
yeah,
going to talk
yeah.
about your other life as a book writer too for a
Sure.
little bit. So what's happening with SUNY Ulster?
SUNY Ulster, we're just doing great at SUNY Ulster thanks to so many amazing donors in Ulster County. Can't say enough about
Yeah.
the support. And you know, Tony, you work within a lot of the nonprofits.
Yeah.
And you're one of our great donors from your
Yeah.
nonprofits. And from you, thank you, and from Norman. And so in the last 5 years, I can give you just a quick snapshot.
Mm-hmm.
5 years ago, we were awarding $220,000 a year in scholarships.
Wow.
This year, our budget is $530,000.
OMG, that's amazing.
This does not include the President's Challenge Scholarship.
Yeah.
And when the classes start rolling in with 50 students per school
Wow.
district, our budget will be another $360,000 will be awarded
That's
each
stunning.
year.
Stunning.
So we will have gone in about an 8-year period from $200,000
Wow.
to
Well,
$850,000.
kudos to you and all the folks involved. We talked earlier about volunteers. You have a relatively small staff that gets all this done.
Small staff, large army.
Large army of volunteers and supporters and graduates and people that believed in SUNY Ulster enough to support the ongoing efforts. So, but it doesn't happen without vision in terms of where it's going. And so I think large part President Alan Roberts,
Alan Roberts.
he's a quiet leader. He's not like me, like a big loudmouth kind of guy. But he's effective. He's behind the scenes and sometimes in front of the scenes. But he's just a great guy. I mean, how do you not like Alan Roberts?
Yeah.
I mean, it's really.
You don't. And he's willing to tell a story, and I think that's what's so important is he's really proud of the work that everyone has done. The
Right.
foundation board, the board of trustees, the faculty, the staff, and the students are really stepping forward and starting to tell the stories of their experience at SUNY
Yeah.
Ulster. And what most people don't realize is SUNY Ulster is not a community college of high school graduates going on to college.
Right.
That's a portion
Right.
of our population. Another great portion of our population are high school students.
Right.
High school students are
That are
taking
taking
college
classes.
level classes today.
While they're still in high school, technically.
Exactly, in a program called Collegiate, and so that's a gigantic.
Yeah, piece.
And then the average age is 32 years old
Yeah, your
of a
adult
student
learners.
at the college.
Yeah, that's
So
stunning
adult
to me.
learners,
Yeah.
and they're the ones who need the help. They've got
Yeah.
families, they've got children,
Right.
they
right,
got bills
right.
like we all do.
Yeah, bills
Yeah.
to pay. So these are career change folks, or these are folks just maybe a big change in career, or maybe just trying to advance within their own career.
That's
taking
exactly right.
other courses.
Just yesterday, I met with a student who had received her master's degree, and after a year and a half, she didn't have the job she was looking for, and she was in to get a certificate program
Mm-hmm.
to graduate for the certificate for something that might help her do that.
Yeah, I mean that's. I know that those certificate programs. What's her name that does the certificate programs?
Barbara Rear
No.
and continuing ed.
N-
Oh, Mindy Cole.
Mindy Cole.
Mindy Cole.
Mindy Cole.
Oh, yes.
Amazing.
Amazing. An amazing
Amazing.
program,
I mean,
the
it's-
New Start for Women.
Right, and being in the employment business, any edge we have in terms of making folks more job ready helps them, helps us place. Those certificate programs, you're adding knowledge to your resume, and it makes you more marketable.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, at the end of the day, there's people that love to learn, but typically you're going there for a purpose of trying to get a better job, or maybe there's some, I want to learn how to speak Italian. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna get a job with that. So there's some cultural enrichment that goes on.
Absolutely.
But I think most people are going there to either prep for the next educational step, maybe a 4-year, or they're just trying to get a better job and get some educational behind them. Right?
Yeah. And as far as the arts, we have a great community band.
Wow.
That
I didn't
operates
know
out
this.
of SUNY. Oh, yeah. And if you go to one of those concerts, I mean, it's amazing the people who, just as you were speaking to, that's their life.
Yeah,
They used to play trumpet for
Yeah.
whatever. So
Yeah.
it was back in their,
I didn't
and they
know
got done and they're retired or they're not retired and they just still need that in their
Yeah.
life. So
Yeah.
they joined the community band.
That's
It's
a
beautiful.
big thing. And the foundation has been around for.
43 years.
Has it been that long? Wow.
Yeah, we did the 40th
Wow.
2 years in,
Yeah.
so this is
yeah.
the 43rd.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
amazing.
we started with $15,000 in the first year, thanks to all those amazing
Yeah.
community members who started the foundation.
Right.
And this year we have $9.4 million on deposit.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. And all this money benefits folks who either don't have the money to go to school, or grants that go out. So explain what you do with your
Sure.
money generally.
Sure. So we have several rounds. We used to award, 5 years ago, we used to award scholarships once a year in
Right.
May, and then the pot was gone, and
Right.
then students would come in and we'd put them in the queue for the next year. Today, it's much different.
Yeah.
Today, we break it into tranches, I call them.
Okay.
And so we award about the same $220,000 in that first round in May. But then we award a whole nother round of about $100,000 to high school students who are now
Wow.
figuring out what they want to do over
Sure.
the summer. So we have a new deadline in July. We award those in August. Then we save another tranche of about $100,000, and we call those annual. We award them during the year. So on any day, I can go back to my office today, walk in the door. A student can walk in behind me, can be in some form of crisis, meets with one of our representatives,
That's great.
and we find out how they're doing and how we can help.
So it's really, I'll say, real time. It's not like, well, you missed the deadline. There's kind of a rolling deadline, so to speak.
That's what they're called, rolling scholarships.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
There we go.
So that was a new concept, and that seems to be working. Also, I send a shout out to all of my colleagues at SUNY Ulster. Community colleges across the country and across the state have declining enrollment. And SUNY Ulster
Really?
is huge. Well, think about your high school population. If you could look at a
Right,
demographic
right.
and a chart for that, it's plummeting.
Right.
But
Is that in New York State, or is that
No, nationwide.
Wow.
But in New York State, SUNY Ulster was one of only 2 community
Wow.
colleges who didn't have
Oh, that's great.
plummeting enrollment. And
Yeah.
so that's, everything that the faculty and staff are doing behind the scenes to
Yeah.
help students with persistence.
Yeah. No, that's amazing. And so, talk about the is it President's
Challenge Scholarship.
Please talk about that, because that's a really exciting program.
It is.
We
and-
love it.
And
Yeah.
thanks to you, you say we love
Yeah,
it. Tony was very helpful, and you introduced me to around the
Rotary-
Rotaries.
yeah,
So
yeah.
3 Rotaries, Kingston, Highland, and New
Oh,
Paltz.
New Pulse is on now. Great.
Are all
Great,
sponsors.
Great.
Kiwanis and Saugerties
Great.
is a sponsor. We just kicked off corporate. I will tell you that we've launched this whole program
Mm-hmm.
over the last 4 years. We've just started. We wanted to build it with
Right,
nonprofits and individuals,
Right.
so we could show folks that it was working.
Yeah.
And we just rolled out corporate. We went to our first visit. Tim and Laurel Sweeney went with me.
Yeah, they're
to
great.
Sawyer
Amazing.
Motors, and Sawyer
Oh,
Motors
yeah,
is signed
yeah.
on.
The Syracusanos.
That's
yeah.
exactly
Bob
right.
and Larry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
And,
they're great.
So they're signed on for
Good.
this coming year. So
what
President's
does it
Challenge
do?
Scholarship.
Right.
It's for 8th grade students who would be first in family to graduate from college. Students are mostly on the free and reduced lunch
Mm-hmm.
program, so we know that there's some need of aid there. And what's great about it is we capture them and meet them
Mm-hmm.
when they're 8th graders. They award the scholarship at their 8th grade moving up ceremony. And by the time they're heading into 9th grade, they have been given a 2-year scholarship
Yeah,
at
it's
SUNY
amazing.
Ulster. They come to the college, they get their college ID. They
Wow, it's a
take
big
tours,
step.
they go
It's
to
huge.
classes, they meet with admissions staff.
Right.
So they come back and forth to the college for 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. And upon graduation, you,
Yeah.
Rotary, or whoever has sponsored is there. The fund is there for them. And
Yeah, it's amazing.
And they come
and I've seen it live. I've seen that one of the sessions down in Highland. I think it was either last year or 2 years ago. And the parents are so proud. The parents are amazingly proud, and brings tears to your eyes, saying, their child has an opportunity to go to college, free essentially, that they never had, and,
That's right.
and a better life for their kid and their child, and it's amazing. It really is
well,
amazing.
it changes their expectation.
It
now
does.
they expect to go
Yeah.
for those instead of wondering what it's about.
Right.
They don't wonder. They've been there. They have an ID. They've met the president. They've had lunch with the president of the college.
It's huge. It's huge.
The president, Al Roberts, and often the superintendent of the schools is in the interview for the finalists. So as an 8th grader, they've also been interviewed
Yeah.
by
It's
the
a
president of
yeah.
the college and a superintendent or a principal.
Yeah,
It's pretty great.
It's great. It's an amazing program, and kudos to Al for starting it. Right?
Yeah,
Al,
yeah.
I
So we're
think-
looking for donors this year. The first
Right.
year we had 6 donors and 6 students.
Right.
The second year we added 10. We started in Rondout with 6. Then we went to Kingston with 5 and another 5 in Rondout.
Right.
Then we were out to 5 of the 9 school districts with 37 sponsors
Wow.
and students. Last year, 49
Wow.
in all school districts. And this year we're looking for 55 in each school district.
You have every school district in
We
Ulster
have-
County?
Yep, we're
Great.
currently rolled out.
That's
and then
awesome.
Kingston is 10 donors and
Right.
students because we have 2 middle schools there,
Sure.
as
sure.
most of you know.
Yeah, that's amazing. And the scholarship amount is
$7,200,
Right.
which donors can either pay upfront or they
Right.
can choose to pay $1,800 a year
Right.
over 4 years. And what I love to also explain to people is, hey, take your pinochle or poker club.
Right.
$1,800 a year. If there's
Yeah.
2 couples, it's
Yeah.
$900 each.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
there's 4 of you,
It's
it's
doable.
$450 a year each for 4 years. And you completely change the life and
Yeah,
course
yeah.
of another human being,
yeah, no,
another
it's
person.
it's amazing. So how do people find out more, or how do they get in touch with you, or
Or they could just call my office. So I'm Lorraine
Okay.
Salmon, and I'm at 845-687-5093.
Okay.
I'm also at salmonl at sunyulster.edu.
Okay.
But just a call to our office, and I'll come meet you
call
personally.
works? And then they can also go on the website and see some amazing videos of these students and their parents. That if you have a dry eye after watching that, then I don't know. I mean,
That's
just,
right.
It's
We're at sunyulster.edu, and you
Right.
can just type in President's Challenge Scholarship.
Yep.
Or you can go to the foundation
Right.
tab, and
Yeah,
it's
so-
right there on the drop
So there's
down.
a lot of options, and it's a great, it's amazing program. So, and so they're blessed to have you. I mean, you and I've worked together over the years in healthcare, and you probably never thought you would be here, right? I mean, who knew?
It is one of those
It was
things.
one of those life's interesting turns, and in right place at the right time, and it's a perfect match, really. I mean, for your background, knowledge, the number of people you know, the commitment you have, and they needed someone like you after
Thank
Mary
you.
Ann. So it's you've done an amazing job, and you got a great board.
Have a great board, amazing board. New board members coming on.
Good.
Yep.
Who's your
in
pres
November.
these days?
Our president is John Marks.
John Marks.
You know John
Good
Marks.
guy. Yeah, absolutely.
And John Marks is steeped in the history of SUNY Ulster.
Yeah.
His dad
Very committed.
was the dean of faculty, I believe, at SUNY
Right.
Ulster.
Yeah, good. So that's good. So SUNY Ulster Foundation is thriving and doing well. And let's talk about Lorraine Salmon, the author,
Oh.
for the time being.
Okay.
So-
what are we going to talk about?
Well, you wrote a book.
I wrote a book. It's called What's Better Than This?
What's Better Than This? An amazing book.
And yeah, that was kind of a life journey for me.
Right.
I always thought I would write a book. I wanted to know if I could write a book.
Right.
And circumstances came around in my life that kind of put me in that direction all of a sudden.
Right.
And I guess I started writing in 2013.
Okay.
And it was quite a process. It was about a 4 or 5 year process, but I
Right.
started writing and it seemed to be getting some legs, and I had a lot of readers reading.
Did you always have a penchant for writing, or did you always did you?
Well, you would know. You hired me
I
once.
know,
So
I know the answer to
you-
this.
you-
I'm not sure the listeners know the answer to this.
What I figured out was I was able to do a lot of things in my life, including work for you and
Right.
develop Woodland Pond at New Paltz
Right,
and
right.
work for Tony Salerno
Right.
and develop the Northeast Center. And when I looked back, somebody, a few times people had said, how, what, you know,
Yeah.
even my parents. They were
Right,
like,
right, right.
How do you know what to do? Like, well, how
Right.
did you do that? And the answer was to meet people, find out what they need and want,
Right.
and tell the story to the other people.
Yeah, yeah.
And back then, it was in the form of emails and
Right.
presentations and board
Right.
meetings. But when I thought I wanted to actually put ink to paper
Right.
and write it, that's what I drew on. I said, okay, so I've done
Yeah.
a lot of things in my life
You're
because I
professional.
could. Doesn't make you a writer
Correct.
for a book, so I was going to
Right.
need help.
But it's different too because it's personal. I mean, your book is very personal about a relationship that you had, and that's different than we need a grant or we want a letter to the planning board or so, you know.
Well, maybe not.
Right? Maybe not. Maybe not.
Okay, so
Okay, yeah.
Yep. So my book is personal, and it's about losing a significant other to
Right. To cancer.
cancer, to melanoma. But think about building the Northeast Center.
Right.
At the core of getting all of those approvals for
Right.
site plans and Department of Health and
Right.
town, the county, was the fact that mostly men, but our residents of New York had brain injuries.
Right.
And there was no place for them to go
Right.
except nursing homes. So
Right.
18, 19-year-old men and women, 25,
Yeah.
30, 40.
Misplaced or
In a
yeah.
nursing home with no economies of
With-
scale to
with-
provide them
right.
what they needed.
And 70, 80-year-old residents with them. So
That's correct.
I mean, just not
so
a-
there's the tug of
Right.
that, or you could describe it as
Right.
41,097,000
Right.
exact budget.
Right, right.
Still
But who
ingrained in my
remembers
memory.
that?
But who knows that but me? I can give you every line of the
Right,
of the
right.
Schedule for A.
Right.
Right.
So
So
you-
there is a choice. So you describe it as a project and a building, and sometimes you describe it as economic development and jobs.
Right.
But sometimes you describe it as
a
what is
personal story.
needed.
And,
Personal stories.
And I think you told a compelling story. You told a story. It happened to be about the people in need for those projects. So I think maybe that basis you kind of drew upon when you started writing a personal story, but this was really a personal story.
It was really.
And it's a great book. Where can people find this book?
Well, they can ask for it at their bookstore because your local book, I love to promote local bookstores,
Right.
so your local bookstore can get it for you if they don't have it on the shelf right now. It is available on Amazon.
Right.
I did work locally and record it, so it's also available on Audible, and I
Okay.
am the narrator.
Okay, cool.
So just to give you the background, in December of 2018, so a year ago,
Right.
published on Amazon.
Right.
And for the first 30 days, I was in and out of #1 for new dramas and plays by women. So I
Right.
was on the top 12 the whole month.
By the way, I think I might have bought the first copy on Amazon because we were at lunch when it came up, and boom.
We were.
Buying it.
We were at lunch
Yeah.
when it came live.
Yeah.
On, I didn't know. I knew like within 48 hours
Right.
it would come live, and there it was while we were having lunch.
Right.
So you probably even beat my parents to
I-
it,
I
which
think
is
I might have.
unfair. I think
Right.
they declared that an unfair practice.
Right. Inside knowledge.
So that was
Audible.
exciting, and to do that, it's a big deal to self-publish. I mean,
Yeah,
when
yeah,
you look
yeah.
at just read any book and read the gratitude section.
Yeah.
They thank like 47 people
Yeah.
for getting their book
Sure,
published.
sure.
So when you self-publish, it's you.
Yeah.
I formed an LLC
Right.
publishing company and figured out how to be a publishing company and an
Yeah.
author. And published. So I'm really proud of it.
Right.
And I get a lot of gratitude from it.
Yeah.
I still have book clubs quite
Yeah,
often
great.
calling me and asking me to call in or come visit them after they've read it.
And you're on social media.
I'm on social media. I'm on LorraineSalmon.com is the easiest
Right.
place to find out about me
Okay.
and my life as an author.
Right.
And I'm on Facebook, and
Right.
I'm on Facebook.
And you like to
I've
make videos every once in a while. You go on there saying.
I do.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
That's
and I have a network marketing business with my daughter,
Right.
Arbonne, and I encourage anybody who's looking for other means of income, check out network marketing.
Right.
There's great companies out there. We happen to be with, I think, one of the best.
Yep.
But that's just a whole nother, the world is changing. I was thinking about
Oh,
that.
yeah.
In my purse, I have my SUNY Ulster business card, my author business card, my Arbonne business card. I feel
Right.
like Barbara Streisand and Hello
Right.
Dolly. She's like, whatever you need, I got it.
I got
So,
it. Yeah.
yeah.
That's great. That's great.
But I learned, the other thing I learned about that is when I study network marketing in my own personal business, I apply it to SUNY Ulster.
Right.
So President's Challenge Scholarship, that all the fundraising for that, which by the way is over $720,000.
Same principles, right?
Same principle.
Yeah.
Have a group of people.
Yeah.
Don't hold them up for a long time.
Right.
But have a really good story to tell them, to engage them.
Well, you're a connector. I think you're Malcolm
I've always
Gladwell.
been really bashful.
Yes, you have been. But no, there's outgoing people that are not connectors. Outgoing people that are just outgoing people, mostly for their own self-aggrandizement, improvement, But you connect people together for a cause. And Malcolm Gladwell wrote a great book called The Tipping Point. And in
Yes.
that book
I have that book.
describes people like you. I'm a connector.
You're a connector.
And so, we put...
You're a connector on steroids.
I'm starting to drop down a little bit. I'm being... It's not easy, but it's in our blood. So it's just we breathe and connect. That's what we do. Maybe another book in your future, possibly thinking about it ever again. Possibly.
I am 145 pages into it as we speak.
All right.
Not ready to talk about it.
No, that's fine.
But
I know that's a process.
feeling really good about that, and I have some interest, some people who are really interested in
Good.
it.
Yeah.
Feel it's a story that hasn't been told before.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited about
Good,
that. So it's
good.
all a journey, and to anybody
Yeah.
who's starting something, I'm proud of where the book went to in December of 18.
Right.
That doesn't mean that process is over. It's still bubbling, and
Right.
I can write a bestseller the second time, and the first book could get picked up and moved because of that. So you have to, just like with anything in
Yeah,
life, right?
yeah.
We all
It's-
know you
it's a
have to just
process.
persevere, nose to the grindstone.
Right. But the second time
keep it.
around, I think, the learning curve is a little different, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like been there, done that. By the way, that's Frank Guido's book. He's written that book. It's kind of a cool book.
That's right.
Been there, done that. But yeah, from your standpoint, it's you wouldn't necessarily do it the same way you did it. You're going to cut out a couple of steps and a little bit smarter than the average bear from the first time.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what does Lorraine Salmon do to unwind, to just kind of, because you're constantly on the go. You're, you're as bad as I am, texting and lunch dates and that don't happen.
That don't happen. Still haven't done that.
Good intentions.
That keeps you going.
So what do you do to, just kind of unplug, or, what do the kids say?
Yeah,
The guitars, when they're the acoustical version of, we're not
Yeah.
we're not on electric guitar. We're,
I
unplugged.
mostly I don't unplug a lot because
Yeah.
that's what keeps me going.
Right.
I can be subject to winter and
Yeah.
the cold and the dark, just like everybody else.
Right.
So I find, especially in the winter, I need to keep moving.
Yeah.
Especially living here in New York,
Yeah,
right?
right.
But I have 2 grown daughters and 5
And
grandchildren.
grandies, yeah,
And
yeah.
2 of my grandchildren,
Yeah.
Max and Bryce, live across the street.
Oh, that's great.
My daughter Lindsay and my daughter Sherry lives in Red Hook.
Yeah.
And over
So they're
there
all
I have
close by.
Drew and Charlotte, and Reese. So they're close
Yeah.
by.
So
2
that's-
nights ago, I was having a sleepover with
Yeah.
Sherry's 2 girls and
Yeah,
driving
great.
them to Red Hook in the morning, back
Yeah.
to school.
Yeah, that's great.
And
So-
they want to know if they can come over again like the next night and stay for 3 more days. So somehow
Right.
And then I got to race and get back over to the
So
college.
that I would submit that is your unplugged time,
That is my unplugged time.
right? With your grandchildren.
Yeah, I'm Lola.
because-
When I found out
Lola.
I was going to be a grandma so early in life,
Yeah. You did.
my responsibility that I was so young in life when I became a grandma.
Right.
But I Googled sexy grandma names.
Lola.
And Lola, so it's Filipino. So I'm now Filipino. I am Lola.
That's great.
And
yeah, there's a zillion names.
Yeah, so
but
it's
that's
Lola.
that's a cool one. That's a cool one. So, no like spa weekends or let me just unplug. I think you do that occasionally too, don't
if
you?
I can, I just went to Florida for a week. I would say I was totally unplugged. I recently
Right.
had a knee surgery, which I
Right.
think you know.
Right.
Had a knee replacement, and I was done with my PT, and I really needed to
Right. Relax.
chill, recuperate. So you'll love this, Tony. I
Yeah.
went to visit my ex-husband's second ex-wife. She put me up for a week. We're actually
Oh, that's
girlfriends.
cool.
I'm having lunch this
Nice.
Saturday with my ex-husband's third ex-wife. So we.
Mamma mia.
There's another book, maybe.
there's another
somewhere.
book.
There's
There's
another
another
book.
book.
And we're all girlfriends, and
Yeah.
we've helped each other over the years.
The ex-wives club.
Yeah,
Wow,
it's
that's
true.
amazing.
And both
Wow.
of those ladies, I would tell you, when my children were in college and I was struggling,
Helpful.
both of them were helpful. So,
Yeah. It's.
You never
that's
know.
Very,
you never.
very
Hey, be
interesting.
careful how you treat people
Yeah,
because
that's
you never
true.
know who's gonna.
That's true. So
come through.
2020 is going to be an exciting year. I think you're right. You have
Yeah.
maybe the book unfolding. And,
I think the
and
next book will
coming to fruition.
unfold. I think this book, What's Better Than This, is not done yet.
Right,
I think
right.
Audible
Still has
still
legs.
has legs to go. Just went up on
Yeah.
Audible this summer.
Yeah.
The college, so excited. I
Right.
think this will be our
That's-
a sellout year for the President's Challenge.
Right.
We're going to have an event at Wiltwick.
Oh, nice. Okay.
On February 28th at 4:30.
Okay, great.
Anybody who would like to come.
What day of the week is that?
It's a Friday,
Okay, cool.
4:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah,
It's
we'll be there.
sponsored by Joe and Olana O'Connor.
Oh, yeah,
Olana
yeah,
is
yeah,
coming on our board.
Sure.
And they are sponsors of
Great.
PCS Student, as are you. And Tim and Laurel Sweeney will come and tell their story, as will other
Great.
sponsors.
Oh, that'll be a great.
And if you want to come, you can even come and invite a couple of people
Right.
to come with
Is it
you.
kind of a cash thing, or
It's
is it?
cash, and
Yeah.
it's just like you've seen. We keep
Right.
it simple. We'll
Right.
have cocktails for a half an hour.
Right.
We'll tell the story over
Right.
15 minutes.
Right.
Mix and mingle.
Yep.
Let a few people talk about
So
how it
important,
feels to
so
be a
important.
sponsor and meet these students.
Which is why, and we talked about this almost throughout the whole show today, of why Ulster County is different. And you've been around, you've been at different places. This really is an amalgamated or community that comes together. I mean, I love these events. I mean, I love Ulster County. I'd never move to Florida because of that reason. I don't care about the winter. I want to see people that I've known for 30, 40 years. I just want to be with them. It's great.
I feel that way too.
You know, and so and that's why you're successful, because you bring people together for the right cause, and everyone can kind of relate to that. And folks that have means to support know that it's a good cause, and you're helping somebody else improve their life. And what better thing is there, right, than helping somebody else with a head start on,
That's exactly
on education.
right. And many of us have been the beneficiary of that.
Yeah.
I certainly have.
Right.
Lots of people have helped me. You're
Yeah.
one of them.
Well, I think
So
we
thank
help
you.
each other in this world, right? It's always a two-way street, I think. Scott is not here, but next time you come
Hi,
back,
Scott.
Hi,
Missed
Scott.
you.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
I'm fishing down in St. Augustine.
He's fishing. Fishing for tuna or something. I don't know what he's fishing for. The big
Definitely
tuna.
not shad.
Yeah, not shad. Yeah. So, Lorraine Simon, thank you so much for everything you do on multiple levels. The college, your book writing, making people feel better, and you're a blessing and a joy to have in this community. So thank you.
Tony. And
Thank you so much.
congratulations on your
Yeah.
new recognition.
Yeah,
and,
thank you. That
and
was-
thanks for all you do. You've been
Yeah.
there every single time. From President's Challenge to the foundation
Yeah,
in
well-
general, and also most recently the Green Jobs Academy.
Yes,
Thank you, Norman
yes,
Staffing,
yes.
for that. And
We're all in this together. It's not a single, it's not one person that does anything. Everyone just does their part, and KCR does their part. Lawrence, thank you, and thank you to Gene
Thank you,
Maxwell
Lawrence.
for keeping this show on the air. Thank you to
That's right.
supporters of KCR, corporate underwriters, businesses that make this happen.
All the hosts that donate their time,
All
like
the hosts
yourself.
donate time, right? These are not $100,000 a year jobs, folks. So I hate
Not
to tell
yet,
you that.
not
Yeah,
yet,
not
not
yet,
yet.
not yet. Yeah, but,
hey, I see we have new systems here.
we do.
So
we
you're
do. We're
yeah.
getting up in the world.
So that's
Yeah,
great.
So,
You're recording? Are you recording onto a website yet? Or
no, not yet,
This
but
is if
we'll-
somebody
you
wants
No,
to
you can
watch.
go back onto YouTube, like after the show's over,
Yeah.
until the date changes. I actually fixed that, Tony.
Oh, good.
So now you can watch the show, until it turns to the 31st tomorrow. You can
Okay.
watch the show.
Okay, great.
You
So
can
you
watch
can
the
take
guys that were on
excerpts
before
out.
that said woohoo 19 times.
Yeah.
You can watch all that.
That's Ray. God bless him. He's a great guy. Lawrence, thank you for everything. Folks, listen to KCR. Tune in tomorrow. Another great show. And have a great weekend.
Thanks, you too,
All right,
Tony. It was
thanks.
great to see
Thanks,
you.
Lorraine.
Thanks for having me.
KCR,